Why? My favorite question. Do these Band-Aids produce that glow? The reason that I've been opening hundreds of Band-Aid wrappers is because when you open them in the dark, they produce this blue glow. Okay, here's the footage of the Band-Aid glowing at regular speed. Check out that glow. I never knew in all those years of opening Band-Aids. There's a word for an effect where the relative motion of two surfaces creates light, and it's called triboluminescence. Tribo, I learned, comes from the Greek for rubbing or friction, and luminescence, I relearned, is the word for the emission of light in situations not caused by heat. For example, you may have heard of bioluminescence, like the recent glowing waves in San Diego, which is caused by biological reactions in bacteria. And spoiler alert, we're pretty confident that this is triboluminescence. But what causes triboluminescence? We do know that triboluminescence is caused by the buildup of excess charge or charged particles that lead to a spark. It's kind of like the process that produces lightning or an electrostatic spark, like when you shock yourself on a metal doorknob. It goes something like this. You create a separation of charges. Say positive charges over here, negative charges over there, and the positive and negative charges are like, I miss you, I need to be with you. But the electrons typically can't jump through air to the positive charges because air is typically an electrical insulator. But if you build up enough charge, you get a super strong pull, and you can reach the point where air violently turns from an insulator into a conductor. That point is called the dielectric breakdown of air. More jargon. When that happens and the electrons start to flow through the air, electrons are stripped off of air molecules left and right, or in other words, the air molecules become ionized, and then light is produced in that moment when electrons jump to the ionized molecules. This ionization part would explain why the glow is a different color in different gases, because ionization of different molecules or atoms produces different light spectra. That's how we get the colors in neon light. I know some of you are waiting for this question. You can get a similar effect to the Band-Aid glow by smashing candy. Something different must be going on there. The hypothesis goes that the separation of charges in that situation is crystal structures breaking rather than rubbing of materials. Dude, if you try this in a different gas other than air, like neon, then the glow is a different color. What? And then if you try it in air, but you suck out a bunch of the air and produce a moderate vacuum, then sometimes Scotch tape being pulled can produce X-rays. Like enough X-rays to show the bones in your finger. Come on. Here's the footage at a quarter of the speed. Yep, it's definitely glowing.